Hello and welcome along to the latest YouTube production here at Andy Holdings speedfigures.co.uk. Andy here, taking a look at the best time figure races from May the 2nd to May the 9th. And it was mostly a classic trials bonanza with regards to the best time figures throughout the course of the week, beginning with Dubai Fountain, who won the Cheshire Oaks in a pretty solid time figure. She clocked a 94 on our numbers, which is a very commendable, and she did it in pretty stylish fashion as well. She did get first run on a nice horse of Roger Varian's, Adea, who very much caught the eye, chasing her home in second. I think out of the two, if I was going to nominate one, who's the most likely Oaks candidate, it might well be the runner-up, who was given a very tender ride once realising her winning chance was not obtainable on the day. But all in all, a very good race. Talking about Roger Varian, he had a very good week with his fillies and his colts. And of course, El Drama managed to win one of the Derby trials, or recognised Derby trials, at Chester later on in the week, clocking a 93 on our time figures, courtesy of his victory around Narudi. And he did it pretty stylishly as well. He looks a fairly uncomplicated type who's likely to do better with time. He's very much one to keep on side. On to the final day of the Chester 3-day main meeting, and Armory was very good in the Huxley Stakes, clocking in 94 on our time figures, and quickening up really well to beat a decent field as well. Bangkok and Sangari certainly no back numbers, and he left them for dead. His back end sectionals are really good, and his overall circuit time was also the best of the entire 3-day festival. So clearly Ballydall have got a very good middle distance horse to go to war with there. The best time of the week, funny enough, was by Grove Ferry, courtesy of his victory in the opening handicap on the very same day. They went a good gallop, as they often do in those big field handicaps at Chester. And this one is exceptional, and it certainly played into the strengths of Andrew Balding's charge, who came through and clocked 100 on our time figures, which is pretty much one of the top ratings we can give a horse, or one of the top rated horses we've given a horse of that nature this season. And he's very much put himself in line for something maybe like the Hunt Cup. He'd run well in the Lincoln previously, and he's also got course form and Ascot as well, which is crucial for those looking towards the Royal Meeting in another month's time. Later on in the week, or actually the Saturday on the concluding day of the week, Alba Flora was huge on the speed figures over at Ascot. She hit the ball out of the park by beating a decent field by 7 lengths, and she really did scamper away in the closing stages. Again, to clock 100 on our time figures, we got 3 or 4 horses clocking that kind of number throughout the week, and she was no exception. Talks about maybe something like the Lily Langtry later in the season coming to the argument, as well as the Hardwick Stakes at Royal Ascot in another month's time. She'd certainly be a dangerous floater there, being a girl against the boys, receiving all the allowances. Obviously, if the ground was soft, because that very much seems to be her number one asset. Third Realm was very good in the Lingfield Derby trial. Again, clocking 100. We got 3 horses that clocked 100 on our speed figures, and there was nothing wrong with that performance whatsoever. Certainly was no fluke about it, based on our numbers. And he beat the right horses, in inverted commas. I think it was Adiyar who finished second, had finished second in the Sandown Derby trial the time before. He was runner-up. And of course, at Kipsios, the big for Aidan O'Brien, could only manage 4th place after his good time figure he achieved in Cork. And they got well brushed aside by a horse who clearly has got a good attitude as well as turn of foot. By the Sea of the Stars, he looks sure to get the Derby trip, and I think he's going to be a contender. Last but not least was Bolshoi Ballet, who won the Ballysacks for Aidan O'Brien on Sunday. He was hugely impressive, keeping up a strong pace set from the start. He picked up the running, turning for home, and quickened away from a good field to win in a very fast time. 96, as I said, on our numbers. Puts him right up there with some of the best that we've seen so far, either side of the Irish scene. He, at this very moment, looks a major contender for the Derby. Obviously, there's going to be several other trials involving Ballydall horses between now and the Derby, so the pack is soon still got to be juggled around in the next week or two, but he's a major player. So there we go. Dubai Fountain, El Drama, Grove Ferry, Armory, Alba Flora, Third Realm, and Bolshoi Ballet are the 7 horses that we should suggest you keep on the right side of. Okay, thanks very much for tuning in, and hopefully we can have your company again for next week, when we'll take a look again at the very best time figures for next week. Until then, I'm signing off for now, and it's bye for me for now.